Hi, men. At Project 12, we like to offer resources that you can take back that are practical and you can put to use right away at home or in your church. Today I want to talk about small groups. It's become a fad that goes in and out of favor, and one of the reasons that small groups typically go out of favor is they're not productive. They become just an ineffective social gathering. I want to share with you some secrets that I call small group killers. These are things that if you do any of these will result in the eventual demise of the group. It'll prevent it from ever becoming effective. Now, the very first one is to have a dominant, overpowering group leader. Somebody who runs the show, tells people what to do, who is the talker, who directs every single aspect of the activities there. That is going to kill the group right away. Instead, what you really want to do is you want to have somebody who is a facilitator, who asks questions rather than who teaches or who leads in some way through a personality lifestyle. You want somebody instead who is in the background and encourages other people to talk. Now, a second thing that kills a small group is to be telling men something instead of asking. What makes a small group effective is when people are able to participate. And so being lectured at is never going to draw men in, but inviting them to look inside and just share where they're going through relative to the topic makes them now a part of it, and it also creates group community. Now, also, a thing that will eventually kill a small group is to stay on surface topics. It never becomes personal, it's always impersonal. You can talk about deep dives into the scripture and never apply it personally. The facilitator has to be aware of this and needs to gently, kindly guide the conversation back by asking questions to personal application. As it talks about other people rather than how it affects me, then I'm avoiding any kind of involvement. And eventually the group will break up because they recognize that there's nothing life-changing going on. Now, another thing is to take a fix-it approach. Somebody in the group shares a problem or a challenge, and immediately others respond with, here's what you need to do. Now, if they're asking for help, great, go ahead. If they're simply sharing a burden, don't ever do that. Don't ever go there. Another problem that'll kill a small group is unpredictability in when you meet and where you meet and for how long. And so if you change the date, or you change the time, or you change the location frequently, men will eventually drop out. They like to have something that they can plan on and schedule. Another problem that you can have is not having a purpose. Just getting together for fellowship is great. A lot of men do that every day of the week in coffee shops and restaurants. But if you're going to have a small group that engages a man's soul and provides a path for healing whatever's going on with that soul, then you need to have a focused purpose. And again, the facilitator needs to be the one that keeps you gently guided back on track. It's okay, in fact, sometimes important to get off topic. It allows you to deal with something that's going on in someone's heart at the moment. But if it's just random talk and you're chasing rabbit trails, you need to bring that back on topic. So those are just a couple things that are sure to kill a small group and keep it from ever growing. The last thing that we want to focus on is size. If it grows beyond the intimate, then men are never going to reveal what's going on with them. So you need to keep the group relatively small in size. A total participation of 12 is okay, given the thought that a couple will always be missing a meeting. But really, if you have more than 8 people showing up on a regular basis, it's going to start becoming less and less personal. Keep these things in mind, men, and if you've got some things that you know have killed other groups, be sure to share it with us and we'll add it in a future episode. Thank you.